Alright, so this 2006 CRF250X, and I'm looking to take all this congestion out of here, smog removal, a lot of hoses, pretty much no room for me to do anything. And so I got this Tokyo Mods smog removal kit. So yeah, this is probably coming off, that's probably coming off, and I'm probably just putting plugs in place of what comes off. A hose, okay. Okay, so I guess we got instructions. Remove the seat, gas tank, radiator shrouds, okay. Alright, got the gas tank off. Okay, so that piece came off. And there's a little bolt that's gone on. That's tight. Okay, now I don't know where these plugs are gonna go. So that little red piece goes on there.
If we can do it, so can you. So the next chance you get, go out and rock the park.
So all these hoses came off. Smog pump. The first bolt there was easy. Second bolt there. Good to go. Got that off.
He's a nutritionist, spokesperson, and longtime advisor for Purity Products. Doctor, welcome aboard.
Putting that in there. Okay, I'll work that in. And then the other one needs to go right there. So 2 plugs coming in there. Okay, so I did have to pull the subframe back a lot, and the carb is now not engaged. So I'm not stoked about putting that back together, but I am doing the smog thing to make that part easier, so we should get to see how easy it is to put the carb and subframe and whatnot back together with all this crap removed. Okay, this part is like way longer than I thought it'd be. Okay, so that whole piece was in there. Alright, I guess that's coming out. And I guess it's being replaced with this plug. So, put that in there. Okay. Got the plugs on. Now I just got to figure out this hose system. Now I have the header off because it's really hard to get to this hose, and this is the one I'm like not sure of. Because this ran up to the valve cover area. This went to the smog pump. I think it's just like all a big breather system. I'm going to definitely take this one off. This one, maybe I will just put it down the bottom. So I got that blocked off, part of the kit. I got that blocked off, part of the kit. I've got the plugged airbox hole number 1, the plugged airbox number 2, and then now I'm going to take this new hose, put it on there, and just route it down to the bottom. And then I'll pretty much be done. Okay, I had to take the valve cover off because there's no way I was getting that hose on without taking it off. It's super tight, but it's on there now. So I took that hose off and routed it downward, and with that hose that I just put on the valve cover, it's also routed downward, just straight to the bottom. knew that gasket was sketchy. Was leaking right there. Looks solid now. Alright, well that looks good now. No problems. It was weird when I started it just now. The headlight wasn't working. I took that out, looked at the bulb, thought about replacing it. Saw it was like 20 bucks and I was like, alright, maybe I don't need a jump to do that. And then I put this zip tie here because I did move the wires when I was taking out that smog pump. And then the next time I started it, the headlight worked. So those wires are now zip tied, a little janky looking. The carburetor was already noticeably easier to work with, so I did have to scoot the subframe back to put on that black hose and remove some of the other vent hoses. So I was not looking forward to putting that carb back on. It took me a long time the last time I took it off, which is what made me want to get the smog removal kit, because it reduces clutter under there. So you can see that hose, which was a T. I took off the top part, which went to the smog pump, and then that little hose on the right runs to my engine, and on the left it just goes straight down. So I guess that's just like a breather hose. Some other things I did to reduce clutter is took the hot start off my carb and I replaced it with a second choke lever, so I can pull the hot start out if I want to use hot start. But from what I was reading, you don't need hot start with the electric start that this has got. And I don't know if that's true or not, but I haven't needed it yet, so we'll see if I need the hot start. I put the thumb screw on. The thumb screw for the fuel air mixture. So all this came off, and hopefully I don't have any issues. We'll see how it does next time I take it out to shred.